If you're considering white labeling a product or you've already started, there's a specific moment where everything you've built becomes legally copyable by anyone. It doesn't happen when you launch. It happens the moment you place your first order. Here's what nobody tells you. The risk isn't that someone steals your idea. The risk is you never owned it in the first place. After 30 years and over 2,000 product launches, I can show you exactly when ownership slips away, while your brand cannot save you when it does, and what actually separates a product you own from one you're just reselling with your name on it. Point one, you don't own what you think you own. Most inventors believe the moment they place an order, they own the product. They don't. They own the order. That's it. In a white label model, the manufacturer owns everything that matters. The mold, the tooling, the CAD files. You are not the owner. You're a customer. And here's the part that hits hard. That same manufacturer can sell the exact same product to all of your competitors the moment they place an order. Not behind your back, not as a loophole. That is literally how the system is designed. White label means identical products sold to multiple buyers at the same time. So when a competitor shows up, you didn't lose ownership. You never had it. Point two, you're building revenue, winners build assets. This is where it gets dangerous because white label feels like progress. You're making sales, you're growing revenue, you're building momentum. But what are you actually building? A white label business is valued on revenue. That's it. A proprietary product business is valued on assets, intellectual property, defensibility, barriers to entry. That's where real value lives. Because when an acquirer looks at your business, they ask one question: can someone else replicate this overnight? With white label, the answer is always yes. And that one answer crushes your validation. Because every dollar you spend on marketing, reviews, brand equity is sitting on top of a product you don't control. You're building on rent and land. And I've seen this firsthand. Two businesses, same revenue. One gets acquired, the other gets passed on instantly. The difference? Ownership. One built revenue, the other built an asset. Those are not the same thing. If you're realizing right now that what you've been building might not be as protected as you thought, that's exactly the conversation I have on every free strategy session. I'll look at your product, tell you honestly what you own, what you don't, and show you the smartest next step before you go any further. Link is in the description. Point three, white label hits a ceiling. Proprietary products never do. Here's where most inventors get stuck. Because white label works until it doesn't. You grow, you scale, you gain traction, then suddenly you hit a ceiling and you can't break through it. Why? Because you don't control the product. You can't modify the design. You can't reduce costs through engineering. You can't add features to justify higher pricing. You can't differentiate as competition increases. Your product is frozen. Meanwhile, the competitor who owns their tooling, their design, their files, they evolve, they improve, they optimize, they reduce costs, their margins go up, yours go down. Because you're competing on price and they're competing on value. That gap widens every single year. And I've seen this pattern over and over. White label sellers plateau. Proprietary product owners keep scaling because one has control and the other doesn't. You think you're playing the same game, but you're not. One product evolves and the other stays stuck. White label gives you a fast path to your first sale, but it does not give you ownership, an asset, or room to grow. You don't lose the race at launch. You lose it the moment your product hits the ceiling, and your competitors don't. So the real question you need to ask yourself is this: not can I sell this, but can anyone else sell this and improve it while I'm stuck with the same version forever? Because head starts run out, but assets don't. Now you know why white label feels safe and why that feeling is exactly what makes it dangerous. You're not building a product you own. You're building revenue on something anyone can copy, undercut, and out-evolve while you stand still. If you want to know what you actually own, what you wouldn't, and whether this even makes sense as a real asset, click the link in the description and book a free strategy session. We'll give you a straight answer before you spend another dollar in the wrong direction. And when you're done, watch this video next: how to protect your idea without going broke. It breaks down why most inventors protect the wrong thing first and what to do instead. So click it now.